Hey there, internet friends. Trevor Starkey here with another episode of AC Saturday, my Saturday anime and comics show. Continuing on with My Hero Academia Season 2, I have two more episodes today, Battle on Challengers, and then Bakugo versus Uraraka. Uraraka. I hate the R's in that name because they just make it impossible to say. Anyway, where we last left off, we had kind of the first two first round matches in this tournament of 16. You had Deku winning over the mind control guy, and then you had Shoto winning over tape arms guy. So Battle on Challengers basically gives us the next 5 matches. We kick off with Kaminari, Electric Boy versus the Ibara Shiozaki, who is the Vine Girl from the Class B, I guess, the Hero Course Class B. And she easily wins. Kaminari kind of gets cocky, kind of starts crushing on the girl. She uses her vine hair ability to basically act as a ground towards his electric attacks, and then she also is able to use that to kind of tie him up and win. And Deku, we see, immediately goes back to note-taking in this episode. He's kind of going crazy on like the notes, trying to figure out, because he doesn't get to see other heroes' quirks all that often outside of the people in his own class at this point. So taking notes on Vine Girl, he's going crazy about that. Up next is Ida versus Mei, who is the support techie girl, and she basically uses him to display all of the tech that she has. She like easily crushes him, or would easily crush him in this battle, but instead she just kind of uses 10 minutes of time to go through basically a huge hard sell pitch for all the support companies that are in attendance, basically trying to show why why all of her tech and all of her gadgets should be bought, and people should hire her. So she does all of that, and then she finally just kind of says, "I've talked about everything I need to talk about," and she exits the arena and kind of disqualifies herself. So Ida ends up winning that, but he is made to look like a huge old fool, and it was a fun little bout. Up next, we have Ayuma versus Mina Ashido, who is the pink cat girl, and Ayuma is Naval Laser. He basically, back in the trials and whatnot that they did on like the first day of class, he pointed out that if he uses his Naval Laser for more than a second, he gets a little tummy ache. And Mina remembers that and uses that to her advantage, so she ends up kind of avoiding him long enough till he gets frustrated to use his naval laser for that long of a time, and then while he's kind of dealing with his tummy ache, she comes in, knocks him out, and ends up winning that bout. Then we get Tokiyami. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tokiyami, who is the... which one is Tokiyami? Oh, Tokiyami, Dark Shadow, the bird guy, versus Yaoyorozu, creation girl, and he ends up winning against her pretty easily because she needs more time to create and strategize basically the gear that she tries to bring into battle. He's able to kind of attack her relentlessly and basically knocks her out of bounds and ends up winning in a quick flash. And I think she's going to probably, I imagine, be a little annoyed and frustrated by that and really down on herself, beating herself up on that. Then in round 7, we have Kirishima versus Tetsu. So it's basically like Rockman versus Steelman, and it basically goes to a draw. We don't even watch most of that bout because we follow Deku, and he goes to try and give Otaku a pep talk. And she's like, I thank you. I am afraid I was relying on you too much, so I'm going to see you in the finals. And she basically gives the same kind of challenge that everybody else is giving Deku. But she's got this kind of heart behind her, and so she's got a plan. Deku is going to kind of give her, like, hey, here's a strategy against Bakugo. But she basically says, I'm going to do this on my own. We cut back to Kirishima and Tetsu, and they've basically knocked each other out. So it's a draw. It's going to be settled by some kind of like simpler competition, like an arm wrestling, and then it's eventually going to be settled by arm wrestling. So it's not like arm wrestling, just arm wrestling. And then we end that episode kind of teasing the following episode, which is Bakugo versus Uraraka. And that is basically the final bout, is those two battling out. And that episode very much kind of reinforces Uchaku's desire to succeed so she can help her family out. She can kind of make her family's life easier. She wants to be a hero to basically give them the good life. Bakugo has his kind of rage in place, so the bout kind of goes... Uchaku kind of runs in, tries to get, like, basically her main objective is touch Bakugo so she can easily just send him his light floating body out of the arena. But he constantly kind of keeps her away. She uses a tactic where she makes her jacket float as basically a decoy in the smoke screens that are caused by Bakugo's explosions. And then eventually she basically realizes that didn't do the trick. He's too fast. His reflexes are too quick. So she kind of repeatedly goes after him low, and so he's basically like blasting the ground beneath them. And we see eventually, after like the crowd starts booing him because they think he's like toying with her and whatnot instead of just like ending it, we see that she has been lifting up all of the rubble and the debris from his explosions, and she basically uses that as like a meteor shower to drop everything on him. But Bakugo is able to kind of shoot one giant blast up and kind of get all the debris, and then still kind of deflect her attack, or she, like, the explosion kind of pushes her back, and he's able to effectively outlast her, because she tries to get up, she tries to, like, she says, you know, what would Deku do? He wouldn't give up, so she tries to get up, and then she just can't, her body physically can't do it anymore, so she basically is ruled, like, fainted or whatever, out of the match. Bakugo wins. And then we get to see kind of this nice little juxtaposition of scenes between her and Deku, where she's putting on a happy face, she's trying to be positive and cheerful and whatnot. But then she immediately like talks to her dad, and she's just beating herself up, and it's sad. And I just want to give her a hug, and hopefully she kind of works through that. And then lastly, we kind of see. We lastly see that the seventh match between Kirishima and Tetsu is settled by arm wrestling. Kirishima ends up winning it because apparently Tetsu didn't have enough iron in his diet for his steel ability to actually like last the test of time there. So Kirishima wins and moves on to the second round, and then we get a little bit of a Deku and Endeavor kind of like confrontation. Basically, Endeavor saying like, I see that you've got an ability like All Might's. I look forward to seeing Shoto and how Shoto faces off against you, because he is bred to, surpass All Might's strength. So you will be an interesting test for him. And then we basically leave off with kind of the face-off between Deku and Shoto going into the next episode. So those are these couple episodes. Lots of fun fights and battles. A lot of it was very quick and kind of like one and done. I appreciated the more time that was put into this last match between Bakugo and Uchaku, because I think it gave a little bit more flavor and it wasn't just a one move and then everything's done kind of match. So hopefully in the second and third and final rounds that we have kind of coming forward, we will get that kind of attention paid to the matches, and it won't just be one move and boom, they're out. So those are my thoughts on these couple episodes of My Hero Academia. I will continue next week, as always, with this battle here between Deku and Todoroki. So I look forward to that, because it looks like it's going to be another Todoroki kind of backstory-ish episode. So I look forward to seeing a little bit more of his kind of tragic upbringing it looks like. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think of these episodes in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.